Welcome back to today's the quiz. So this fact sheet could come in handy when you're taking it. So I would grab a sheet of paper first. If you didn't get to this video first, you'll wish you did. If you start getting stuck, here's where you need to go. Of course, sine of any angle and cosecant are reciprocals. And conversely, the cosecant of any angle is 1 over the sine. So you need to remember that these things are reciprocals. And for the quiz, whenever the sine is positive, so is the cosecant. And wherever the cosecant is positive, so is the sine. And then we've got cosine is 1 over secant. Cosine and secant are reciprocals, so you would have that. Wherever the cosine is negative, the secant is negative. Wherever the cosine is positive, the secant is positive. And tangent is 1 over cotangent, and cotangent is 1 over tangent. Okay, so think about this. You're going to need to determine what quadrant some of these angles are in. Are they in the first one, or the second one, or the third one, or the fourth one? Well, we know that all the signs in quadrant 1 are plus plus, because we're to the right, which is positive, and we're up, which is positive. Also, we've got cosines there and sines there. So you can just think of secants and cosecants going along for the ride. And since tangents are y divided by x, if you take a positive and divide it by a positive, that's a y, that's an x. You take two positives, divide them, then tangent and cotangent are both positive in quadrant 1. Over in quadrant 2, we're to the left and we're up. So here's the cosines and the secants. Here's the sines and the cosecants, the tangent and the cotangent. Let's see, a positive divided by a negative. The tangent and the cotangent are negative in quadrant 2. Down here, we're left and we're down. So every sign is negative in quadrant 3. There's the cosines and the secants. Here's the sines and the cosecants, the tangents and the cotangents. A negative divided by a negative, that's a positive. Those are both positives. Then in the fourth quadrant, we're to the right and we're down. So the cosines and the secants are positive, the sines and the cosecants are negative, the tangents and the cotangents. These signs aren't the same, they're both going to be negative. So you're going to need to figure out on some of these crazy problems, is my answer positive or is it negative? So use this to figure that out, okay? Now the next thing you're going to need to do is think about where an angle stops spinning. So if they give you 900 degrees, you want to know what quadrant it stops in. If they give you negative 472 degrees, you want to know what quadrant it stops in. So if they gave you 900, or if they gave you negative 472, or if they give you, I don't know, 2,463 degrees, they give you those. You might need to know which quadrant it stops in. How in the world are we going to do that? Well, we're going to think about what we know. This will be for the positive ones. This one will be for the negative ones. So just think about what we know about our circle. I know this. We're counting by 90s. I know that. So all you have to do is take your trusty little calculator, turn that baby on, and put in 900. But we know 360 is once around. Okay, so let's subtract 360. I didn't get below 360. Let's subtract it again. Oh, I'm at 180. That one stops right here. 900 actually goes around twice and goes and stops over there. Okay, let's try 2463, same thing. 2463, let's subtract 360. Let's subtract it again. And after you've subtracted it twice, well, I didn't do that too good, did I? Pushed the wrong button, I suppose. Minus 360, minus 360. After you've subtracted it twice, you can just keep hitting enter. Well, I got to have a number less than 360. There it is, 303. 303 is over in here. That one's in the fourth quadrant. This one was actually on the x-axis. Okay, well for this one, the only thing that's different about that one is it goes backwards. Okay, this one goes backwards. So we're just going to count backwards. Let's just count backwards on it. That's okay, negative 472. But this time, instead of adding 360, we want to, instead of subtracting it rather, we want to add it. Negative 112. Negative 112 is here. This is in the second quadrant. Okay, because you would go around once, and then you would come over here and you would pass 90 somewhere, and you would be at negative 112. Okay, now let's do radians. I don't know. There's 3 examples. Let's make one of them negative just for fun. Where in the world do these stop? Well, all you have to do is think about what you know about radians. For example, I know this from my unit circle. I know that from the unit circle. Now, it might be nice if I did all of these in decimals. Well, I sort of know that pi is 3.14. Well, 2 pi would be 3 doubled, 1 doubled, 4 doubled, 628. This one is half of 314. This one is 3 times that one. Now they're all in decimals. Oh, well, that's going to make this easy, because what you'll do is you'll take this problem right here, 47 pi divided by 4, and you'll convert it to a decimal. Look, it's 36. Well, that's a lot bigger than this. So we need to start subtracting 6.28. There we subtracted it once. Subtracted twice. We've got to get this under 6. So just watch it. 18, that's not under 6. 11, that's not under 6. 5. Ooh, 551. Well, think about this. There's 471. Here's 628. 551 is over in here somewhere. This one's in the 4th quadrant. So if you get an angle that's in the 4th quadrant and you want to know if it's positive or negative, go up here and look to your 4th quadrant for your sign. Okay, very good. Let's do 172 pi over 3. Now we're doing this one. 172 pi divided by 3. Ooh. That's better. Ooh, that's real big. Minus 6.28. Enter. Minus 6.28. Enter. And then once you do this twice, you can just keep hitting enter. I want to get that under 6. Ooh, there's the first one under 6. It's 4, 2, 7, 7, 9, 7, 8, 8, 0, 6. It's over here. So this one's in quadrant 3. That's not too bad. And if they give you that angle and it's in quadrant 3, look, here's all the signs in quadrant 3. Everything's negative except tangent and cotangent. That should be easy enough. And then we got this one. Oh, look, it's negative. We just need to send our circle around. Ooh, that's a pretty good free-handed circle right there. Here's 0, negative 157, negative 314, negative 471, negative 628. And I can just do negative 425 pi divided by 6. There it is in decimal form. Now we're going to add 628 instead of subtract it. I just want to get this to go under 6. So just keep hitting enter until it does. Where's the first time it's under 6? Right there, 2.7. Okay, negative 2.7 something is in here. This one's in quadrant 3. So this will help you on your quiz or test. I'd make a copy of this myself and make sure to keep it handy. And we're over now. We'll be back.